Imagine a famous science fiction writer locked in a heated battle with a TV network over the adaptation of his story, followed by a high-stakes legal battle with the creators of a legendary science fiction film. In this video, we'll uncover the gripping tale of this famous author, his original story, and the controversy of what many consider a groundbreaking movie. Get ready for a crazy journey into one writer's pursuit to defend his intellectual property on this episode of RerunZone. Harlan Ellison was born on May 27, 1934, in Cleveland, Ohio. He was a prolific American writer known for his work in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. As a youngster, he frequently ran away from home and would take on odd jobs, like a tuna fisherman, a crop picker in New Orleans, a hired gun for a wealthy neurotic, a short-order cook, a book salesman, and a floor walker in a department store. When he was just 13 years old, he sent a fan letter to Real Fact Comics, which became his first piece of published writing. Ellison went to Ohio State University for 18 months until he was kicked out because he hit a teacher who made fun of his writing skills. For the next 20 years, he sent that teacher a copy of every story he published. When he moved to New York City in 1955, he managed to publish more than 100 short stories and articles in just 2 years. His first novel, Web of the City, was published while he was serving in the Army in 1958, writing most of it while he was in basic training in Georgia. In 1962, he moved to Hollywood and started selling screenplays for film and television. He sold scripts for many shows, including The Flying Nun, Burke's Law, Route 66, Star Trek, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Cimarron Strip, and The Alfred Hitchcock Hour. His screenplay for The City on the Edge of Forever is thought by many to be the best of the 79 original Star Trek episodes. He also wrote 2 short stories which he sold to another popular TV sci-fi horror series, and that's where our story heats up. Ellison was known for being abrasive and argumentative, and was also renowned for his distinct, uncompromising voice and his confrontational approach to what he perceived to be injustices. In 1964, one of Ellison's short stories, titled Soldier from Tomorrow, was adapted for an episode of the popular television series The Outer Limits. The episode, titled Soldier, aired on September 19, 1964, and was directed by Gerd Oswald. But Ellison's negative opinion of the way his story was adapted led to a bitter dispute. When Ellison first watched Soldier, he was disgusted by the changes that were made to his original story, both in the plot and the overall tone. The television adaptation deviated from his vision and transformed the story into something he felt was unrecognizable. As a result, Ellison was outraged and publicly criticized the production, going as far as to claim that the changes were a form of mutilation. In Soldier, the Outer Limits episode, a soldier from the future is accidentally transported to the present along with an enemy soldier. He is then taken in by a family that tries to civilize him. In the end, the 2 soldiers fight and kill each other in hand-to-hand combat. At the end of Ellison's original novelette, the soldier named Quarlo instead goes on a lecture tour to warn humanity of the impending apocalypse. The situation got even worse when James Cameron's 1984 film The Terminator was released. Ellison saw similarities between the plot of The Terminator and that of his original story, Soldier from Tomorrow. He believed that Cameron had stolen his ideas because both of the stories were so similar. Both were about a soldier from the future who was sent back in time to kill someone to change the course of history. The alleged similarities were made even worse by the fact that Cameron had stated in interviews that he had been inspired by episodes of The Outer Limits, although he didn't specifically mention Soldier by name. In response, Ellison sued Hemdale Film Corporation, Orion Pictures, and Cameron himself for copyright infringement, asking for monetary damages. Ellison said that the movie was a blatant ripoff of his original story, and that Cameron should have at least given him credit as a source. The case never went to court because the parties reached an out-of-court settlement in 1986. Even though the details of the deal were never made public, it was said that Ellison got a financial settlement and credit for his work in later home video and cable releases of the Terminator. The credit reads acknowledgement to the works of Harlan Ellison. Cameron disagreed with the acknowledgement and called Ellison's claim a nuisance suit. Despite the settlement, Ellison continued to express his dissatisfaction with the adaptation of his story for The Outer Limits and the following legal battle over the Terminator. He believed that the disputes highlighted the vulnerability of creative works in the entertainment industry and the ease with which ideas could be stolen without proper credit. His reaction was fueled by frustration and a feeling of being wronged as a creator. His ordeal fueled an ongoing debate about the nature of creative ownership and the responsibility of filmmakers to recognize and credit the original sources of inspiration. Harlan Ellison's commitment to protecting his work was unwavering, and his legacy as a writer and creator is an inspiration to many. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy this episode of The Outer Limits? Was it one of your favorites? Did you ever read the original short story by Harlan Ellison? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what you liked or disliked about the episode Soldier from The Outer Limits. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, but most of all, thanks for watching. This is Rich from RerunZone. I'll see you in my next video.